Thanks for being here. So let's start with the hands, just like so. Whether you're able to generate some warmth between your hands, we'll find out. But give pretty good pressure so that you're getting some friction, you're getting some heat started up. And for this one, we're going to go to whichever foot is most immediately available and go right to the sole of the foot with those warm hands. And I'm pressing through the big toe ball mount. And I'm just kind of wrapping right over that little foot chakra. And connecting to breath. And if I'm being really precise about it, I'm not going to the apex of the ball mound. I'm actually situated just to the outside of that, between the ball mounds. So switch the cross of your legs. Look at those hands going again. To get some elbow grease, some pressure. It'll at least start to get hands feeling warm, if not hot. And then go to the other foot. And connect to breath. There's not a wrong way to get your palms to the sole of your foot. So in some of our maps of our energetic anatomy, we have secondary, smaller chakras in hands, smaller chakras in our feet. Or to put it in physical, neurological terms, we've got a lot of ability to sense in our hands and through our feet. Right. And then feel free to relax the hands in a more symmetric or your favorite mudra. Using your skull bones and your tailbone, you'll start to feel and find where the centermost of your being resides. When we start to feel and find the centermost of our being, it puts us into contact with everything. The whole of our being, our being and other beings. So somehow in us working in these deeply intimate ways, it also takes us to these more universal connections. So let's uncross. And we'll bring our left ankle behind our hip. Straighten the right leg out. If foot behind hip is not the best on your knee or your hip, remember we always have alternates. We can bring that foot in front. We're going to start with the left palm facing away from the navel. We're just going to move through the hand, light, drawing back the pinky, connecting to breath. So this will be our pranayama. Feel plus breathe. And with each new breath, just move to the next digit. Splaying open the hand, the palm muscles. So start to increase sensing at the periphery of our bodies, splaying and spreading the right foot bones, and so all those nerves, nerve ending areas. Now, if your ankle is behind your hip, you'll just latch on, just hook on like those little Lego hands. Just let this left arm straighten, and this is just by way of letting my weight go. And so the weight is pulling my arm straight, and the weight is pulling my shoulder away from my jaw. My right hand is just going to support. We'll feel for that breath contact in the left side of neck and collar. If you don't have this little hand hook, just outreach through the hand. It can be freely outreaching. And if our intention is to reveal or uncover, then we're more apt to reveal something to ourselves, to uncover something for ourselves. In the Zen tradition, we'll articulate this vocally, saying, I vow to. And that word vow puts a good amount of weight on things. So if that helps you, I vow to, you can use that word. We're going to open up the left hand, chest opener. And for the chest opener, I don't have to raise the hand at any particular altitude, just getting it outreaching to the side of my torso. But I guess I do want to illustrate, this isn't like when we're setting our intention, it's not like, I'd like, I want, I think this would be kind of neat. It's a direction that we gently insist on going as an exploration. This way. So there's, to me, a degree of assertion. I'm here to uncover. May I see what I need to next see. And an inhale will come upright. Now you're going to phrase it however you need to phrase it, but just these little particulars in our own internal language can actually help our movement and our concentration. Let's switch sides. So we got the left leg out, the right ankle drawn back. Let's go right palm facing away from navel, connecting to breath. Maybe I need something so ultimately simple. Today, I breathe plus feel. Repeat. I intend to see and feel my body with kindness and interest. There we go. Percolating. The commitment to depth of the sum of us contributes to the commitment and the felt sense of depth and movement in the many of us. And then we'll take that little hand, hook on to the back ankle. If not an ankle to grab, just a simple outreach. Allow this arm to straighten. Because I have the hook, I can let my weight go. So my elbow straightens, my bicep lengthens, and then I can start to feel that through the trapezius and all those muscles between the shoulder and the head. We may not be able to have a particular outcome, like a goal, when we practice, but we can certainly curate and color the how we get to the end of practice, how we proceed through our practice. Okay, and chest opener. Inhaling, open up that right hand, reaching it out to the side. And we'll release. So as we're exiting this configuration, it's great if you have a roll nearby, and if you don't have a roll, blanket, a towel, even a pillow will do if you're in a different situation. There you go. So this will be part of our abdominal stuff today. So I got a nice soft blanket roll. We're gonna lie on it. So ensure the roll gets below the low ribs. And make it a real easy start. So your roll will help you deepen breath in your abdomen. The how matters. Not just that we get the roll in our gut, but how do we bring these tools to our body, open to awareness, to wake up the body? How do we do that? Skillful means. Does the way that I'm doing what I'm doing connect me more richly to my breath? So let's press away from there for now. And we'll lie on back. Have a block nearby. Have your roll nearby. We'll get to those eventually. We'll start with elbow to knee. And remember, we can do these just as a simple breathing connection exercise to our low belly. So the lifting of the head, like in the right condition, it's all meant to just get us really warm. I pretty much know there's no chance of me getting really, really warm, so you have options. Inhale into the low belly and the low back. We'll float the head up. And feel the sacrum on the ground. Exhale, reach out through the left leg. Feeling all through the femur, the thigh bone. Feeling to the end of the thigh bone where our knee joint space is. Splaying the foot. Sink the belly in. Inhale, bend left knee. Feeling the sacrum on the ground. Exhale, reach out through the right leg, sensing through the femur, the thigh bone. Feel to the end of the thigh bone so you can feel inside that knee joint, the space between the bones. Splay the foot bones and sink the belly in. All right, let's continue. You're familiar with these, so we'll keep going. Inhale. We'll do about 4 more per side. If my intention is to feel something to completion, to resolution, I'm more likely to feel something completely, fully, totally. There's no promises or givens, but there's just that increased likelihood. And that's worth a lot. There you go. Sometimes we just need these deep breaths to clear the residues of thought-provoking events or shock, or just to move in and through the artifacts so we know what we're working with today. There you go. Yep, keep reaching for those new areas, those opened up. Sense lines. There you go. There's where that little bit of new starts to register, I think. Well, we're going to find out what these inner legs have for us. So grab that roll. We do a little bit of an explore here. So once we have the roll or the block between our legs and our legs are vertical, these first 3 breaths, let's just allow the head to be down, and we're just going to work with the legs so we can feel the distinction between muscle and femur, thigh bone. Okay, so it'll go like this, really simple. Inhale, and we're reaching with breath to the hip crease, to the pelvic space. At the very top of your inhalation, start to squeeze the object with your inner legs, but squeeze with the intent of sensing the thigh skin and the thigh muscle, and you're feeling where that muscle becomes bone. Exhale. You're just going to hold that squeeze as you're exhaling, feeling where's the bone? Where's bone? And then release to inhale. So this is our first part, is just inhale and exhale and squeeze. All right, squeeze the object, exhale. So it's just exhale and squeeze, and you're letting the squeeze help you determine where the muscle is, where the bone is. And start to feel the end of the femur, which is the knee. Then we'll release, inhale. And we'll squeeze as we exhale. There's muscle. There's bone. Feel to the end of the bone or the beginning of the shin. Good, release. Now we'll add a little bit more of the guts. Inhaling, squeeze object. Exhale, float head and shoulder blades up. Now sinking with the belly. Drawing it in, down, feeling where the muscle is, where the thigh bone is, the end of the thigh bone, the knee space. And inhale, set the head down, release the pressures. Squeeze the object, exhaling. Lift, float the head, shoulder blades up. Feeling in and through the muscle, feeling in and to the bone. Sink the belly in and down. Inhale, set the head down. All right, so on your own, let's do another 3 or 4. If my intention is to let every breath be a fresh wash of energy through the cells, through my patterns, through my history, through this human frame, I'm more likely to experience every breath as a wash of fresh, new, unpatterned, yet to be patterned aliveness. It's really important when we're studying our history through our body that we keep that connection to what is fresh, what is incoming, what is alive, what is vital. There's a little bit of untangling the energy from the pattern. There you go. Mm-hmm. Seems like we're nearing completion. If you've set your feet down, great. Move the roll off to the side. We'll be setting up for bridge. So we'll go feet hip width apart. Heels fingertip distance away. Let's just wait a moment so we can ensure and sense we reach pelvis, legs, hips with that big old sweet alive breath. And then exhaling, bridging up, bringing us, shifting the tailbone to the sky, the buttocks kind of chime in and support that ascent. And feet active. So in the very beginning of our practice, we put our hands to our feet just to give that little reminder of our feet being sensitive. And we can splay the foot bones. And it's not to harden the foot, but to open up sensing in the foot, in the ground. And as you're pressing, feeling the foot on the ground, can you feel the outer half of the foot and the inner half of the foot? Can you feel that through the inner part of your femur and the outer part of your femur, or the inner thigh muscles or the outer thigh muscles. Most of us will kind of miss feeling the inner part of the leg, the groin, the groin muscles, the inside of the knee, the inner ankle, the arch to the big toe and the inner couple of toes. There you go. There you go. Right, so a block will be really helpful, and if you don't have a block, it's possible to do this half Forrest without a block. Block's just really helpful though. Once the block is in place under the sacrum, we'll start with the left side. Left hand. And grab the left foot. We're drawing that left foot back. Top of left foot can go to ground. Good, deepening breath. We're just letting that Ujjayi breath be different. Whether that's more expansive, deeper, but different than our ordinary way of breathing. Right, part of our yoga as our own ceremony, our prayers, our rituals, is we're entering non-ordinary time. And we need a non-ordinary breath to go there, so our Ujjayi breath is one of those portals. Now just squeeze just a little bit, engaging the inner leg. So I'm squeezing that left knee maybe a half inch or an inch toward the midline. Oh, interesting. Let's stay here a moment. Interesting. So maybe we can feel that softening of vitals, starting to draw, work with, absorb. Now that we're safely on our mat in a new place, that energy of leg, pelvis. There you go. There you go. All the way up to heart. The brain will sense it. There you go. And we'll release the left side. We'll switch sides. Yeah, exactly. So there's a little more continuity. All right, so if you are going to the right side, it'll be right hand, grab right foot. Half Forrest and bridge. We'll start off by just giving that inner right leg a little touch squeeze toward the midline. And connect to breath. We don't use ordinary tools to go into our historical patterns. Let that breath come all the way up through the core. There you go. As the abdomen, as the guts soften, we can absorb that. We can digest that. There you go. All right, we're going to release this right side now. So let's go right foot back to ground. And then feel each foot on the ground. Press off of that block or prop. Remove it. And we'll lower down. All right. When you turn to a side, let's press up into warrior two. We've got our left leg as forward leg. We'll bring our left arm up for unlocking the shoulder. Inhale. The feet active, the hand bones spread. Exhale, draw this left shoulder down away from the head. Draw the left butt cheek, the left sit bone, almost like you're scooching them down under your lap. Reach the elbow forward. Inhale. Exhale, draw the shoulder down, draw the shoulder blade down. And that butt cheek, we can find that butt cheek, we can educate it. We're going to press that left elbow into the palm, our right palm, and send that elbow forward. As I'm sending the elbow forward, I'm reaching the leg bones out. I'm intimating this kind of state of expansion. I'm just hinting at it so I can reflect on where it may feel like a counterpoint to my usual. We'll keep going, inhaling into the left side, shoulder, hip. Exhale the shoulder down, the blade down, hand press, elbow, elbow press, palm reach forward. Open up the left hand bones, fan them. And again. Good, release. Inhale, reach arms out to the side. There's a reverse warrior here for us. Exhaling, the right hand to the right leg, raise the left arm. Let's let this move be a way to just touch in and feel the left shoulder opening. As we're feeling that left hip area opening. And is it possible to breathe from this left shoulder and side? All the way in and through that left waist, hip socket. Yeah, bring that left arm up, torso upright. We're going to stay in the warrior for flavor. Eagle. Exhale, hook the left elbow over the right elbow. So that leg, this stance starts to get a little spicy. Congratulations, we have reached a choice point. One of those choices is just to kind of blow off that energy. Like we start to get that irritability and we're like, yeah, yeah, aversion, yeah, allergy. And the other choice is to go, huh, it's really starting to get spicy. How does this energy move if I were to follow it? If I were to feel it? Where does it go? What does it start to open up? What can I know? Maybe I don't have to brace my guts against this volcanic eruption going on in my legs or wherever. Right? Maybe I don't have to brace my body. Maybe there's something else I can try. Inhaling, unwind. So now we will straighten that left leg. Let's heel toe adjust our feet. So we're moving into a wide symmetric stance or horse stance. When we sink down, we're going to twist, pressing this left hand into the left thigh, twisting horse stance. Breathing all up and down the core, the spine, letting the expansion and the movement of the ribs stimulate and massage the little spine joints, all those places where the nerves kind of move out from, these little nerve tubes. Inhale, we'll come back centrally. I'm going to pivot all the way around. So our left leg is still the front leg, and we're setting our right knee down. I recommend padding for the right knee as we're setting up lunge. Interlace hands behind back. And I get it, that left leg might be kind of warm and going deep into the stance may not be your cup of tea. Let's do it. You probably won't die. You probably won't. And then exhaling, the knuckles reach back toward that right foot. And then deepen breath, again, intimating, hinting at this slightly more expanded state. And it's not necessarily that we're going to enjoy this great big expanded state, but as I hint at feeling a more spacious body, a lot of other things seem to happen. It brings me into contact with all those ways, many of the ways that I'm still kind of restricted or boundaried or stymied or sluggish to change, right? Okay, we're going to go one more. So open up the hands. Right hand grab right foot. And if your balance is working out, left hand also grab right foot. So chest opener, lunge. Now this one, the foot pulls the arms. So my elbows straighten, my shoulders glide away from the jaw. Let that sweet old breath move from the legs, right up through the abdomen, the core, the heart, neck and brain. And release. Ooh, carefully. We'll set that right foot down. Now when we set our left knee down, I'm going to grab that roll again. We're going to lower down for cobra over a roll. Make the roll nice. There's no bonus points for martyrdom. I'm not giving out bonus points. So we'll set the hands out for a cobra. I'm using my toes, kind of curling them under to pull each leg back away from the roll. And now inhaling, I'm going to float up off these elbows. And here we are in cobra over roll. As you're exhaling, just hang out for an extra couple moments here. So as you're inhaling, you reach from that lower spine all the way up to heart area with that breath. Exhale, lowering down, we'll reset the hands, press back to your knees. And on the next exhale, press back, downward dog. And just note how that leg feels connected to the ground, or which leg. Let's do another side. Inhale the right foot forward. Warrior two, unlocking the shoulder. So we bring the right elbow up in front of the right shoulder. Exhaling the shoulder down, the shoulder blade down. And feel that we can actually draw the right cheek, the right sit bone down, almost like a little scooching under. Inhale. We'll go left palm to inner right elbow. And exhale, right shoulder down, shoulder blade down. And now as you're pressing elbow into palm, palm into elbow, reach that elbow forward. Also reach those leg bones outward. Yeah, that's it. We're getting real. Usually before we go, energy, circulating, percolating. There's usually a felt sense of like, irritability. Hey, get me out of this. This is hot. So it's a little bit of an indicator. I use that as an indicator. When I start to notice myself wanting to kind of fidget, get out, I just go, oh, that's where the juice is. That's where the gold is. Let's do something with this. Let's get creative with this. Let's go another inhaling into the shoulder. Exhaling, draw that right shoulder down, press elbow to palm, right leg reaching out, right elbow reaching out. There you go. Go for the gold. Absolutely. And then we'll release that. Reverse warrior. Inhale. Left hand down to leg, right arm up. Exhaling. Now when I wrap the shoulder, I can lengthen or start to lengthen those upper trapezius. So that's one of the whys to wrap the shoulders, to lengthen out that area around the neck. Try that out. And following that breath, tracking with that breath from armpit all the way into that right hip. And inhale, we'll use that right arm to draw our trunk upright. We'll stay in the warrior two. Exhaling, arms in eagle, right over left. When we start to get to that, to me, it's a little bit like feeling a volcano before there's any evidence of a volcano spewing lava. But it's in the body, right? Like we can start to feel that. I'm not holding things up the way I usually hold things up or together. There's connect to breath. To me, that's like that stem cell stuff. That's energy before we convert it to irritability or emotion or violence. And we can breathe with that, uncertainty. That's probably a good little tag on it. We can breathe with uncertainty, sure. It might be one breath of uncertainty that we can digest, but we can digest one breath. Yeah. Inhaling, we'll unwind the arms, and now we will give this leg a rest, straighten. We're turning the feet out symmetrically for horse stance. Exhaling, pressing the right hand into the right thigh, so our chest, the torso spirals left. There you go. No ordinary breaths here. If our intent is to feel deeply, then we're more likely to feel deeply, breathe deeply. And inhale, unwind centrally. We make a big old pivot. So now we're setting our left knee down on the ground for lunge. Padding, please. Interlace the hands. Exhaling the knuckles toward the back edge of the mat. And chest opener lunge. So left hand grab left ankle. If balance works out, right hand also grab left ankle. Big old wash of breath. We're not beholden to the old breath. We're not beholden to the old patterns or the old stories. That's the really beautiful thing about each deep breath, is it's helping us re-script these states of body. We'll become intimate and familiar, maybe even comfortable with the way we ran things before. And as this fresh wash of breath and energy comes sweeping through, also, there's that possibility to rewrite what we need to rewrite. We author with our breaths. It's an energetic authoring. We're going to release that left foot down. Inhale the hands down. Exhaling chaturanga. And when we come up into upward dog, just know it's 3 breaths, so we're not running away too fast. Inhale, upward dog. Use cobra if you need to, but we're here for 3 breaths. As you're exhaling, push, the shoulders move away from the jaw. As the tops of the feet press, inhale. Pull with the hands, the chest, the upper spine moves away from the mid-spine. As we're exhaling, reach back to those legs, press down through the feet once more. And exhaling, press back, downward dog. Gently set the knees down. Let's lie back. If you need to do a bit of a back release move for yourself, like a figure 4 move or just a hugging the knees in, please enjoy that. Ensure that you're resting where nothing feels crunchy or funky. Get your layers. And let these next several washes of breath be both easy and brilliant. When you blow on embers, when you breathe on embers, they glow bright orange, right? And in a similar way, as we're breathing in and on our core, we can get that really bright. This animation, this intelligence, it is us. It is us too. When you're ready, bend knees. Turn to a side. And use hands so that as you're pressing, the heart moves ahead of the head. The head'll figure out where the heart is. Namaste.